The vocabulary terms are Ouroboros and the Maginot Line. That's how you pronounce that, even though the word ends with the T, it's French. And in this case, the ending T of Maginot is silent. And then the foreign phrase is trompe l'oeil. All right, so Ouroboros is the figure of the snake eating its tail. And you need to look that up online to find out what that means and how it's used as a metaphor. It has some negative connotations to it and some positive ones. And this is not necessarily something that you can use in everyday speech on a regular basis, but it is good to know this image or this word because you may, in fact, run across books and movies that we use in the program, or as you begin your hopefully your passage of lifelong learning that will talk about the tail eating snake, or the Ouroboros. The Maginot Line is an incredible thing to look at and research. It's very interesting, the amount of work and money that went into this defense that France built along the Rhine River after World War I to prevent any attack from Germany ever again. That's what they thought. However, the fortifications and the defense line, so it was just a series of huge bunkers with machine gun nests at the top, one right after the other along the Rhine River for miles. And it was really designed to stop the old style warfare that was at play in World War I. Towards the end, the style started changing, but the French still thought in those terms. And when World War II came along and the new military strategies that Germany embraced, specifically the Blitzkrieg, which is a very fast attack with tanks, which is another one of our vocabulary words, Blitzkrieg. And the metaphor there being just a fast attack. But they actually went around the line very quickly and rendered the whole defense useless. So the metaphor of the Maginot Line is this notion of, with the wrong concepts in mind, someone puts a lot of money or a lot of effort trying to build a wall of defense against something, a preventative measure or something. And then because things change, as time passes, it becomes utterly obsolete and useless. The Maginot Line was a huge shock to France because they never really realized it was obsolete until it actually proved itself to be so. So imagine the shock of building a certain defense, a certain way of life that you thought was going to protect you, and then wham! In a very short matter of time, it proves utterly useless. So the foreign phrase trompe l'oeil just means trick of the eye, and it's anything that is providing an optical illusion. All right, so you can see how this foreign phrase can also be used very effectively in situations when you're talking about that sort of thing. A appearance versus reality. It looks one way, but really it's completely different in its essence, or it's simply a facade. It's designed to trick you into seeing it a certain way when really it's coming at you from as something completely different. So I want you to look up some examples of trompe l'oeil online so you can see how simple it is, but then practice actually pronouncing it and maybe even using it every now and then. And certainly keep your ear out for these terms. If you pay attention, maybe in the next 3, 4, 5 days or a couple of weeks or even in the next month, you're going to hear, let's see if it happens, somebody say Blitzkrieg, somebody say Maginot Line, somebody say Ouroboros. Now, I would really be surprised if that happens. But also someone talking about trompe l'oeil.